I am.
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 I am. We are!
Hello everybody, welcome to this evening's episode of We Are Downstream Outdoors. This evening on We Are Downstream Outdoors, we're into the big finale. This is our big finale for We Are. We had shot another one, but the file got corrupt, so hopefully this file doesn't get corrupted. And but we actually ended up with a few more people for this one, so it kind of worked out a little bit better. I'll go around and introduce everybody. Directly to my left is Mike Kuiper.
How you doing?
To his left is Carl Brevard.
Hey!
All the way down there at the end, Jake Wilson. We jump across from there in the orange hat. We got Brady Dennis and Maria Dennis and my girlfriend Erin, and then Bill Weaver joined us this time. We actually got Bill Weaver out on something other than a trapping episode. We'll have to mark that one down.
Yeah.
We'll get around. We'll talk to everybody. Mike, we're gonna I'll lean back a little bit so that you're in the camera. I know you hate that spot. We just got done with a little bit of fishing, and you're getting geared up for morel mushroom season now, aren't you? Yep. That'll be the next thing lined up for you.
Couple months.
It won't be long now. Another big news on your front. You and Carl and myself and Joe Ramper, we all went out and we became certified fishing instructors for the state of Pennsylvania. We're going to start implementing that. We're smart fishermen is what they call us. Smart fishermen?
Smart fishermen. Smart fishermen.
Yeah, we're smart fishermen. And then Carl Brevard, we're going to let you lean in there a little bit so you're in the front. You also just completed the course. You also just completed a little bit of fishing for us.
Yeah.
We talked about what's next for Mike. What's next for Carl?
I'm pretty much just going to get ready for spring and try to get some of the little kids and some strangers, people that have never fished, introduce them to fishing so they can get out there and start enjoying this fantastic sport.
Now, obviously, you live in more of an urban area than most of us here at this table. Are you going to try to work with urban kids, or you
pretty much
whoever comes to you?
Whoever comes, but for the most part, like around my neighborhood, there's a bunch of kids. They're always complaining they don't have nothing to do. They get into mischief, or else they're sitting in the house. So give them something else to do, and they like the outdoors. They like to build little clubhouses and stuff, and that's how I started off. I lived in the city and built a little clubhouse in a little empty lot and stuff like that, and so they're doing them type of things, and so I figured interest them, take one or two of them here or there and take them out and get a group of them together and get them interested in fishing and get them started. Right on, right on. All right, we're gonna have Jake Wilson lean in here. Right. Hey, Jake.
How you doing?
You were one of the group here that just finished filming the actual 200th episode at this point.
Yes, congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you. And you have something else in mind though today. Your mind isn't really on fishing today, is it?
No, my mind's in the woods. Yeah, so yeah, turkey's coming up. I haven't gotten anything at all hunting wise, so try my luck with that because fishing's not working. So for me, anyways.
Yeah, fair enough. You're ready to go out for that spring gobbler hunt.
Yeah, anything to keep me out.
You and your girlfriend. Yeah, I understand she's gonna try to join you once in a while. And
anybody can join me. Anybody has any tips or anything wants to come with me, come along, please.
There's an official invite from Jake Wilson. If anybody wants to take him out turkey hunting and teach him how to do it, because I've never really turkey hunted, so I can't teach him anything. But if you want to take him out turkey hunting, we'll throw some cameras in and maybe make you 300 people YouTube famous.
DM Paul for that.
All right, then we're going to jump across the table there. Mr. Brady Dennis in his orange hat. He's kind of standing out there. How did you enjoy the ice fishing adventure today?
Yeah, that's not in my comfort level. I was just happy that I could walk out right up until I walked into a group of people and the ice cracked and I hightailed her back to the dog.
Yeah, it was gone quick too.
So obviously you're not tapping trees, which you would be tapping trees right now if you were still tapping your maple trees.
We'd have about 2 runs in already.
Hey, so what are you getting prepared for? Because you're not a big fisherman, you're not a hunter like the rest of us. What are you getting? You've
never even been fishing with me. I didn't fish for a year because I had a homestead to start. But now this year I'm planning on gearing into fishing. I want to get out. I want to do some night fishing. I want to do some night fishing videos with you.
He's an accessorized fisherman.
Yeah, I'm the carp bait fisherman.
It's not lightweight at all when I go out. I build a campsite.
Right on.
And then break it down by morning and we're out.
I love it.
You know.
Yeah, see, that's where you got me though, is because I can't fish all night long. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm good. I'm good until about midnight, sometimes 1 o'clock, and then I got to go home and go to bed.
Well, that's why we bring the comfy chairs.
I'll fall asleep right there along the river.
You put a bell on your line, and you lean back in your chair, and you go to sleep, and you hear the bell ring, and you jump up, and you fall in the water.
Every time we try to do that, we end up in a mosquito's nest, and we get eaten alive, though.
See, I have lights that you put up like 30 feet in the air, and then you don't have any mosquitoes. They all.
But the other thing we were looking at, we're going to get one of them rechargeable bug zappers that you can hang up. We want to get a couple of them rechargeable bug zappers.
Yes.
You laugh, Bill. You ain't been to my camp and gotten ate alive by the mosquitoes at my camp.
Yeah, I was the winner last year.
Winner chicken dinner.
Looked like I had chicken pox.
Yes.
All right, we're going to slide down here to Maria. Maria, what do you got going on coming up? Because you didn't really enjoy the ice fishing today either. I mean, you made it further out on the ice than your husband.
Yes, you did.
I did, and I so badly wanted to put some ice skates on and just do some twirling around, but... Yeah.
Jake demonstrated that for us.
I saw Jake almost do a split.
Yeah, a couple times.
I did almost.
I could ice skate back in the day. I probably could now. But,
I was pretty close.
Not in muck boots.
No.
Yeah.
Although I do like the boots on for a little bit more support, but it was just nice to get out of the house and get up here to Glendale and see what's going on.
Fair enough. I assume, is this one of the lakes that your dad brought you to a lot as young?
Yeah, we used to hit the causeway over there all the time. I was telling Carl about when I was younger. I had a crappie on, and all of a sudden my line went zzz, straight out, and I fought it, and it finally broke loose, so I brought it back in, and there was just a little head of a crappie on it.
You got one of them muskies.
Would have gotten a hold of it.
Or pike.
This lake has held a lot of memories for me over the years.
Yeah, no doubt. I can completely understand that. I was telling a couple of these guys that as you come up towards the breast of the dam here, you pass a large cemetery. There's actually 3 generations of my family buried in that cemetery. Before my generation, from my father's generation on back, there's actually 3 generations. My great grandmother Gates lived right below the breast of the dam. My whole family has been around this lake. We're at Prince Gallitzin right now, so I mean, my whole family's been around this lake for before this lake was even here. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving right along, and then we got my girlfriend Erin McMonagle's kind of sandwiched in there somewhere. What do you got planned for, young lady?
Whatever you dream up, apparently. Next week, I know we got another ice fishing excursion go on. So it's you, me, Mikey, Carl.
Yep.
Going on that one.
Maybe not. I might not make
hopefully
this
Mikey.
Yeah.
Other than that, we got some stuff for camp this summer. We got more stuff with the show, and hoping to grow some.
Right on. And then next to her is Mr. Bill Weaver. Mr. Bill Weaver, this is actually our first time fishing together since we were kids.
Yes.
You and I have not fished together since we were in high school.
High school, yeah. Probably been about, what, 8th grade for me, 9th grade for you.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. Maybe the year after that or somewhere in there. Yeah, that would probably be the last time you and I went fishing together. It was quite an experience.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, on our show, though, you're not really known for a fisherman. You're known for a trapper.
Yep.
What do you got going on in that world right now?
Well, actually, all my traps are pulled up right now. The first season for me was really bad this year. I caught a red fox and a gray fox and a couple raccoons, and that's all I caught. A couple of the other guys that trap around me, they caught a few more things than I did, but not much more. I think it was mostly just the weather and how rainy it was and everything this year. It was a terrible year for it. So.
Right on. So what's next? Now the trapping season's pretty much over.
Just gearing up to do some fishing myself. Go out and hit a few streams for some trout whenever trout comes in, and then turkey season comes in, I'll be out for that too. And there's always hunting coyotes in the summertime and everything like that, and then plus running my nuisance control line for little old ladies with skunk problems.
You love skunks.
Oh yes.
Does your truck smell like skunk yet?
Yes.
It does. Okay. So
everybody today has complained about it that's walked past it.
Big Red's officially broken in.
Yes, it is.
It's officially a Bill Weaver truck now.
Yep.
Right on. So we're going to go around. Everybody's kind of told a little bit about what's going on with them and what's for the future. Would anybody like to tell a story that we haven't heard yet?
Ooh,
I know there's a lot of stories in this group of fun things that we have done or fun things that have happened. Anybody got a story?
Wow.
I hear that crickets chirping.
As I'm trying to think of one. There's so many.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure which ones have been told already or not. So.
Oh, look who hasn't been watching the show.
No, not that. I can't remember. I'm getting old. My memory's not as good as it once was.
We'll blame it on that. Yeah,
Yes.
that works. That works.
Yes.
I'm ready for another Holder Creek adventure.
You ready for another Holder Creek
I am.
adventure? That is a good time. Just not quite time of year yet for that.
No, definitely not.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Let's see if I can lose another fishing rod.
Yes, the last time Mike and I were on Holder Creek together, he actually lost his fishing rod.
Caught a lot of fish though.
Caught a lot of fish, but you lost your entire rod.
Yep, at the end.
Yeah, right before dark in a nice deep hole, and
Yep.
we just never found it.
Nope.
It's gone now.
Got a lot of fish though. It was a good
I
time.
think I want to make another trip up north.
Up north,
Not
you ready
the
to go
area.
back up north? Not
Not
to
the
Erie?
area, but up the other way, and where I had my adventure where I fell in at. I want to go
Clarion.
You want to go back up to the Clarion River and fall in again?
I'd like
back. I don't want
fish
to
it,
fall
too.
in again.
never
I just
did.
want to go and conquer this time. I
never
know to
fished
watch
there.
out for those
I'm
holes
ready.
that just come out of nowhere this time.
Yeah. You take one step and you drop off an edge.
Another off the edge out of nowhere.
Go when it's a little warmer, so it doesn't matter if you drop it.
Right. Just do it in summer.
Mike just queued up a story. He's like, I know a story now.
Petersburg.
Petersburg Dam. Me,
Yep.
you, and Wes.
Before we even thought about a show or anything. This is years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking for the place to cross to get to the deep part over by the dam. We walked, 200 yards down the river. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's right here. It was good. Up to our waist the whole way to the other side. The next thing you know, Paul's head's bloop under. I see him with his hand up and a rod. I'm walking like, I'll get around here. Bloop, I'm under. We were swimming across that.
But if you remember, I had an open top Hellgrammite container, and I did not lose any of my Hellgrammites, even though I was
I had
swimming
my
in that
phone
river
and
to get
everything
through
in my hat too. I heard it ripped it up. I was like, woohoo! It was probably 10 foot right there.
it.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
every bit of 10 foot right there. Did not lose any of my gear, didn't lose any Hellgrammites from an open top container, nothing.
Yep. And the place that we should have crossed was literally right when you walk down to it.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, I think it's up here somewhere. It wasn't.
What we
up there.
basically walked into an area where they had dredged out the creek, the river bed, and yeah, it was just sheer. It was right down, one step.
It was only like probably 3 feet across.
Yeah.
Like, you could have stepped there if we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was coming.
Yes, we could probably
That was
tell
bad.
the story about the 100th episode when we
Down
went out fishing
Petersburg.
for that.
That
Since
was cool.
we're approaching our 200th year. Just one of them bitter cold days. We were all out, and
Oh, it was bitter cold.
I was gonna
Bitter.
say Jake caught a crawfish, but
a big one too.
it was a
was a
big
big
one.
one.
It was frozen by the time he got it out of the water.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
big
Fresh
one.
Frozen
Cold.
crawfish.
Yeah.
Froze quick, yeah.
I was in my boxers walking down the trail because them waders were not good.
Yeah. Mike had a big
hose.
tear in his waders, ended up
Oh, yeah.
walking down rails to trails in his boxers, breaking into our car just to get out of the
Just to get
weather.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that. I broke in, opened it up with his
Yeah,
rod,
beep,
so he
beep,
could keep
beep.
warm
We're
while I
like,
left.
we're warm.
Very
Yep.
Her
thoughtful.
alarm went off, and then as soon as the door shut, it went off again. So
That was also, you said, oh, we should have brought a rope. What were we thinking?
Yeah.
Stupid are we, right, man?
Well, we agreed that
I stopped at Walmart and got a rope before we came here.
before we went ice
We got
fishing.
ice
Yeah.
And then we left it in the truck and went, wait, that's not a good place for it.
Me and Tracy ran and got it though.
I told Carl, we should probably take a stick with us. We should probably get a stick before we go in the lake.
I don't think a stick was going to help. If as far as we went, if we were going to fall in, we were just going to fall in. There was nothing that was going to be
I'm
done
gonna
about
dig you
that.
out.
Hope your buddy
Yeah.
cares for you enough to get their
To
arm wet.
get their arm
Please
wet.
hold you there
Oh,
until
yeah.
somebody
Just
else
hold
come
me.
help.
Bring the rope.
Just hold me till the rope gets there.
I'll hold your blanket for you, too.
Yeah. Thank you.
They always say if you're hypothermic, you're supposed to get naked and cuddle. So I'm
not cuddling with
I'm not
you.
cuddling
If I am
with
on the
you.
edge of death, Brady.
Nope. No way.
I love y'all, but I'm
I
not
don't need any
cuddling
beards
with y'all.
freezing together.
Nope. Not at all.
I will give you the shirt off my back, but I'm not cuddling with you.
I'm not cuddling.
Not naked,
No
no.
way.
I'm glad Tracy's here.
Between
'cause
all
she
of
could
us,
do
we
that
have
with
enough layers for an extra pair of clothes, that's for sure.
I have
No
a couple.
doubt.
I got extra pair of socks
Right.
for you.
I do too.
I just come prepared with hand warmers.
Have
We
those
weren't that
too.
far away from the car. I would have taken you to the car and got you warmed up.
Yeah, 30
Right.
yards away.
Because you're not dead until you're warm and dead.
That's true.
So I want to go kayaking this summer with you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Kayaking. Bill was just saying he needs to get his canoe out. I need to get my canoe out. We need
I
to
need
get
to go out too. I can't wait, man.
We haven't done a boating episode, period.
Period at all.
Yeah.
No, too bad we weren't filmed that day when we went down the river and rolled it.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Mike and I were canoeing. That's the last time the canoe was out.
Yep.
We were coming down to Frankstown Branch. We hit some fast water in a bend, and of course we hit the only big rock sticking up out of the water.
We're doing a wheelie. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Boom.
Bam.
All my fishing stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
yep.
Well,
There's about
luckily,
$200 floating down the river.
Brady and I have the nurse shark, we call it. It's a canoe that has a motor on it that he did. So put him and the kids, like at least 2 of the kids on it. Emily wants to get a kayak. She told me that today. So
Hey, you got a motor.
Blast.
You can just pull us.
Yeah.
no, he won't do that. I've tried.
Hook up a line. Hook up a line.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Sawyer actually told me yesterday, whenever I was telling him we were going fishing today, he goes, "Oh yeah, that's great news, because I'm born to catch fish."
That's
Well,
cool.
he is. He's
Boy, where do
next
they get their
generation of
cocky
DownStream
arrogance
outdoors.
from?
That's right.
Are you saying I'm arrogant?
My kids say the same thing.
Hey, as long as you got a paddle going down the river, you're good. Because I had to go down at one time using a gardening shovel as my oar. That's what it was the whole time.
They should
It
have
was a
that.
plastic snow shovel. And it was good till the end.
It's always get to the end. It broke.
Snapped. I was like, yep, I'm
Then you're
floating.
down a creek without a paddle instead of up a creek.
Yeah, that's true. But still, that's the scary part because you don't know where the rocks are. You're like, oh man, hopefully you can go this way. So I ain't going this way.
See, I like getting out kayaking on slack water, like right out through here.
Yeah.
I like the challenge.
You work a little more for it than going down a river, but you can slow down. You can fish a lot more off of it. Now, when we go down river fishing, I have drag bags that I made that are
Slow you down.
Jeans.
pant legs cut off, and then you just tie them on the back, and they kind of bob along. You can add rocks or take rocks out to adjust your speed so that you can go slower than the current, and then you can get a lot more coverage when you're fishing.
No, right on, right on. I always just took a cinder block and tied it to a rope and anchored
Yep, that's
myself
what I
into
did.
place.
No, I just like to keep bobbing and moving, but slower.
Just to slow it down.
And there's the silence.
That's the silence.
All right, well then, I guess, do you got anything more you want to say, Bill? You've been the quietest of all of us.
Well, I mean, this year we could get into some water trapping next season.
Absolutely, we've talked about
I'd
that.
like to go on one of them too, because I never ever went trapping.
Come
I'd
along.
be kind of interested and see how it works.
Maybe I can get you to stick your hand in the trap. Carl was a little too afraid to, you know.
Well, it's got
Can
the
you
safety
find
switch.
Old bones.
I have some ponds that would appreciate some muskrat control. You want to do it up there?
Nice.
Can
I
you
could
find us
definitely
some
do that.
otters?
I know where there's some otters, but you can only trap one otter a year, so, and they're mostly up in the northern part of the
Northern
state.
part,
so, yeah.
You'll be my daughter's best friend.
Well, unless you kill it.
Unless you kill it.
Oh.
You gotta live trap it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's legal for otters.
No, doesn't that trap have to be completely submerged?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be in the water and conibear or...
It's got to be a killer trap. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. You can use footholds for them too, on slides and stuff.
Well, that's just gonna be messed up anyway.
Most of the time they're on a drowning rig anyway, so they go out and
Yeah.
can't get back up.
Fair enough. Have you ever taken an otter, Bill?
No, I've never taken an otter. I actually had bobcat tracks right past my trap this year, but it never committed to the trap.
That'd be nice.
Sucked. And with hunting this year, we did really terrible too. I mean, we only shot a few raccoons and no foxes or coyotes at all. Actually, I had to check traps here after work one night, and I heard a fox barking as soon as I got out of the truck, and I went running back to the truck and grabbed the gun, and Tracy's looking at me going, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to call in a fox," and I screwed that one up, so. But yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, my plan's just get out in the woods and or on the stream or whatever and going and doing some stuff, you know.
Yeah, right on, right on. We also got the Blair Women Take Aim event coming up. We're going to teach that again this year.
Yep. We're doing predator hunting for that this year.
Absolutely.
Last year was trapping. The year before that was wild edibles.
Yep.
And we have a lot of fun with that. Bunch of really good people that run it, and everything. It's a good time.
Yeah, it really is. I'm thankful to have the opportunity to work with that. Carl's been there to help
Yeah.
1 year, and
The wild
Brady
animals.
was there to help the next year, and just we'll keep working people in and out. You're actually relatively unknown to most of this group, unfortunately, though. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
you've met Carl, on occasion, couple occasions, and you met Brady over there once, but pretty much everybody except for Aaron there.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy.
I'm actually kind of the elusive true mountain man, other
Yep.
than Paul here. You know?
Yeah,
I
you're
just heard the story, so I felt like I knew him.
was the
so I started
mystery
talking
man.
to him
Yeah,
right
I
away
mean-
this
The man,
afternoon.
the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could disappear in the woods and come out the next year and go, "Hey, everybody, how are you?"
I'm pretty sure you've done that because I've tried to get a hold of you a couple times.
That's true. Cell phones and me don't get along. I could go through a cell phone every year. I mean, it's terrible. So
Trust me, I understand. Mine survived somehow. I blame it on the OtterBox. I think
That's
that's
right.
what does it. But
good group of people, and I try to spread the word about you guys, and I show videos to everybody that I can.
one of your videos is actually one of our highest viewed videos. The Dennises are over there nodding. They're the ones who track this stuff for me. Your one trapping video is one of our highest viewed videos. Last I looked, can you confirm this? Over 3,000 views on his one video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there terrible comments or good comments?
There's not a lot of comments.
No.
Or is that
That's
the one?
good.
Is that the one where Sawyer sneaks off to the side of the screen and takes a pee?
Yeah, that was the very first video.
Maybe
that I
they're
actually
watching
did for you
that. I
guys.
don't know.
I hope not.
Funny videos. My boy takes pee in the woods.
I know I posted that one on Facebook, and that was the first comment everybody made.
And we completely missed it. We watched the whole video, all the footage, because we were still, long editing.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom got a kick out of that one.
Yeah,
like,
we both completely missed it.
Yeah, there probably is
Sawyer's
comments
making
about it,
his
'cause I know I commented
cameo appearance.
about it
Right.
having boys.
In the woods. Yeah.
And then Paul came to my place to film my interview portion, and then some for prepping traps and everything. And he was kind of wandering around my yard, and he's like, "Oh, Bill, you got to come over." And I just looked at him. I said, "Leave my hen in the woods alone." Giant hen in the woods.
Yeah, that
I
was-
never actually did pick
Yeah, that was actually
That
Carl.
was actually me.
that spotted
I found those. I was like, hey.
And the weird thing about that is that's growing on a willow log.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
it's,
weird.
it's what threw me off. I'm like, that's not where it should be growing, is it?
Yeah. I have some ramps that Paul gave me planted over there.
Those pickled ramps that your parents made, they were delicious. man.
I heard those are banned from the house, though.
Well,
Yeah. Mom won't make them again, but the Dennises are putting in an outdoor kitchen, and so
that's
we're gonna be able to
nice.
make them at the outdoor kitchen.
I ate them on about every sandwich that I had.
I'm sorry, Tracy. That probably didn't smell good.
That's what I'm gonna do this year with the mushrooms. I'm gonna try to dehydrate some, freeze some.
Ooh, let's pickle some morels.
I don't know if
I
pickled
don't know.
morels
If,
would
yeah, I
work.
don't know if that would work, honestly, because
They-
it's
they
all so much
pickle-
moisture already in them. It
Well, they
might just.
pickle other mushrooms.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I have,
Yeah. The standard white caps at the store you can buy pickled
or marinated.
or marinated.
Or
Yeah.
marinate it right.
pickled,
That'd be interesting. I'll find them for you.
Yeah, because I can't find
yeah,
them.
we
I had
can't find
I had
them.
those
I'll find
growing
them.
around my house
can
too.
blindfold
And then
me.
Show me your
girl
honey
that my
hole.
No.
mom
I have
made
how
put
many?
them on. I had
Which one?
You can blindfold me to take me to
That
it.
day I
don't
took
care.
Paul and Joe and all them. We got a lot of them that day too.
Yeah. That was a video where I said he blindfolded me and drove me around for an hour before he took me and dropped me out in the middle of the woods and took the blindfold off before I was allowed
Here
to.
you're only like 5 minutes away from where you started, right?
Yeah, I knew exactly where I was at.
Yeah, I'm not good at morel hunting.
Yeah, morels and I don't get
I
along.
find them
I
after I
love it.
step on them.
Oh.
Whenever I'm turkey hunting, that's whenever I find them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spring gobbler, definitely.
I get too distracted. I'm looking for morels, and the next thing I know, I see a butterfly, and then there's a bird, and
Squirrel!
squirrel, and
How do you fish that? Ooh, shiny object.
Yeah, that's exactly.
there's the spinner blades. They catch the sun and glisten. I sit there and go, throw it out, watch the blade come
Watch it
back,
come
throw it out.
Ooh, something grabbed it.
Wait, what?
Hey, it's exciting whenever you see them grab it.
Hey, there's,
It's really exciting.
there's another big silver thing going after the little silver thing.
Yeah, I hope that bites too.
That's one thing I want to do this summer too, is catch a couple turtles.
Turtles.
I haven't
yeah.
had good turtle
I
soup
like. I
in a
never ate
while.
turtle. I always wanted to try it too.
We had
Turtle
turtle.
lawns are full of
I
turtles.
go
though.
We
St.
had
Mary's,
turtle meat,
man,
but
we'll
it
tear 'em
ended up
up.
going bad. We never got a chance to get
We'll
it
get
around
around
to
to
eat
it.
it.
huge snappers.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Bill.
a sweet, delicious meat.
Yes. So what is there like
The
7 different
ponds that we were
kinds?
talking about have a
Something.
lot of snapping turtles.
I don't generally go for snappers out of ponds though. I prefer my snappers out of moving water.
Cleaner.
Cleaner,
cleaner.
just like
Yeah.
We always took them and stuck them.
Catfish.
We had a little dam built between the two where the overflow water came through, so it was real clear and running. And we'd throw them in there, and we had a cage in there, like 3 foot by 3 foot cage, dog cage. We'd keep them in.
Yep,
For a
that would
couple
work.
days, clean them out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people do that with cats and carp,
Carp.
believe it or not.
Yeah.
Carp.
Oh yeah, let them
Carp,
freshen them, clean them out.
Is anybody besides me eating carp?
It's delicious.
I had it in soup.
You had it in soup?
Yeah, and it wasn't very good to me.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I had it one time, and me and a buddy, we caught them and we filleted them out right there. You know what I mean? Not right there on the bank. You're not allowed to do that anymore. But right after we left, because his house was right along the river, and we filleted them out and cleaned them up, and right immediately, and they come out thick white steaks, really good flavor. You have to clean them quick. You can't just let them lie around. That's where people get them wrong. But that's what they were actually brought here for. Was they were a quick growing, fast food. That
Farm fish,
kids could go out and harvest and feed a family with.
I've eaten sucker.
Sucker, yeah, cold water sucker's
Yep,
good.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah,
Catfish.
yeah, catfish
my
is one of my
favorite
favorites.
The only fish I've ever eaten that we caught was steelhead.
Steelhead, smoked
Smoke
steelhead.
steelhead.
That was good. I really wish we could have got
We
some of
caught a
that this
bowfin
year.
up here, up near Killbuck. We ate that. That was good. We had to put it in some buttermilk. It was strong. We put it in buttermilk. Texture came out just a little bit soft, but it was still pretty decent.
If you see how this people down south actually treat bowfin, they actually grind it and make it like into fish patties.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like salmon
Like
cakes.
salmon
yeah.
cakes.
Jake, you're not.
Jake's quiet over there.
Good. Come on, guys.
Don't bring me into this.
He doesn't like to eat.
I'm gonna be here right now.
I'll just hang out.
I can add carp are quite popular in Europe as far as for eating.
Yes.
You know, my buddy, a Polish guy I know, loves them. He'd go fishing for them all the time and catch massive ones. I never had it myself, but he'd clean them out, put them in he had a tub out in the back of his garden and filtered it through and kept it for a few days, and then he'd
Do them up.
do it up.
There you
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told by our hibachi chef that Americans are stupid because they throw out the good fish.
Yeah.
That's actually the person that made the soup for me. He's actually a sushi chef at Penn State, and he said the same thing. He goes, you guys throw out the wrong fish, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, I won't eat a trout. I think trout are horrible tasting.
I hate trout. I agree.
A good actual wild native trout with that
Brook
orange.
trout, yeah.
A
that
brook
orange,
trout,
they're
that's
good.
different.
Yeah, but stock trout, no.
No, they're like dog food.
Even a big wild brown, I'm
Yeah,
not
even
a
a
fan
big
of it
wild
either.
trout, I don't want that. I'll take a nice sized brookie, and it's been years since I've ate a nice sized any brookie, but yeah.
Walleye and
Oh.
panfish. you
Walleye
know,
is good.
Yeah, some
That's
crappie.
Or,
Yeah,
So you're saying
That's
out
what I was
there?
hoping you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
would catch some crappie.
Or I was
yeah,
actually
some
hoping
crappie
to
or some
catch
perch is what I was
Yeah.
hoping
I
for today.
even pulled out my smoker and got it all ready in case we got some crappie in it.
I see somebody rolling their eyes. Yeah.
Okay, it's still out.
Yeah,
I smoked the
she's-
turkey.
He said it's just, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this thankfully isn't going to be the last weekend we do this. Hopefully, we have some ice for a couple more weekends. We can do a little bit more ice fishing yet this year. If anybody's interested, anybody coming back for ice fishing?
I'm coming back.
I don't know. I
Okay.
might be back, but I don't know about Tracy. She got kind of cold. She's sitting behind the camera. She's camera shy.
The cold I can handle. It is the ice that kind of scares you.
When we pulled up, I looked and I took a deep breath, and he goes, "You all right?" And I'm like, looking out onto that. That's something that you always see in horror movies where they tell you to run away from that. Like, you don't go out
I was
onto
the same
that.
way though, but hey, I was the last one off. I was like, yeah, I'm comfortable enough out
Yeah.
here now.
Once I pulled up and guys were out there. Here I come.
Yeah.
We're definitely psyching ourselves out. I think a lot more
Yeah,
than.
then it's not as bad. It's
I
I
gotta be
mean,
vigilant, really.
Yeah.
just be
smart.
Just be smart. Look, make sure you're not walking onto some thin ice. But
Good thing we got these smart guides with us.
yeah.
These smart anglers.
Smart
Smart
anglers.
anglers. There we go.
That's right.
We're smart anglers.
Always safety.
Smart
I
something.
was just gonna say smart something.
You say it might start with A, but
Hey now. Oh my. Well, I can add something that maybe you guys forgot. Carl and Aaron, you guys are going to take your hunter safety course next month.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
we are. 'Cause I want to go out and do the coyote hunting,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I have to make sure I have all my credentials taken care of and do all that. Do all
Are
the
you
bookwork.
afraid of the dark?
No,
There you go.
I'm an infantry. Never be afraid of the dark. I move in the dark.
I was going to say, we have actually a lot of interest on this side of the table for coyote hunting. I know Jake wants to get into that pretty bad.
Yeah.
I believe
go.
Mike would like to do a little bit of coyote hunting when the opportunity arises.
I've been
I
out
don't know
a,
about
I've
you,
been out a
Dennis's.
couple times.
We
It's
have
not really
coyote
hunting. We
you
were
can
out
hunt.
calling them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Call the coyote at our house.
Yeah.
I like calling them. That's
been
interesting.
hearing
Never
lots of
actually
songs.
hunted for them though.
We can hunt those all year round. So
Yeah.
I
Any
mean,
day of the week
Yeah, I'm
too.
definitely
It's
for that.
people think that it's so sad that you're hunting them all year round. You could call a female in that has pups, but that just works
care of
right
the
along in with
population,
the
yeah.
Their
population
They populate
control.
really.
Yeah, if the Game Commission thought there was a threat to
Yep.
the
Yeah, they have
population
bans
anyway,
on them, no
they would
doubt.
start
Yeah.
regulating the hunting a lot more than what it is
Yep.
now.
I mean, coyotes, if there's a
can
low
take
population,
semis
they'll
out.
actually
The other females take care of the pup.
have more pups that year if there's a low
Yeah, that's all based on
population.
calls, isn't it? How they
Yeah.
they'll feed off each other. As that
Yep.
how many pups we're gonna have? You know, for the area's dry and it's part of the area for coyote, and then they'll have more.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know.
Yeah, and it's
So yeah, I'm definitely into that.
you know, we were
They'll
actually
throw more in a litter.
They'll
they'll
have
have-
more. Yeah,
yeah.
they'll have more. Based
if
on,
there's a lot of activity in the area with coyotes, you know, they'll only have one or two
Yeah.
in their litter. If there's less of a population, they'll have up to 8.
That's that
Yeah.
free
Oh,
border
wow.
territory
So fascinating,
stuff.
Yeah, so
Yep.
fascinating.
See, we were actually talking something similar to that about deer.
Yeah.
Down there around the Dennis's, they're getting ready to do that big call for the CWD, and they're going to drive the numbers way down. Well, what's going to happen is a bunch of does are going to start throwing twins and triplets. And that population's going to rebound and be higher than what it is now in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning of all the, you know, antler restrictions and whenever
I was all
a couple
for
years
that.
ago they put in doe season, the full 2 weeks of buck season and everything, and everybody's like, I'm not seeing any deer, I'm not seeing any deer. Now you're hearing people say, man, I see deer everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like they did the same procedure in Ohio as they did here, and you're seeing larger bucks and larger numbers of deer out there. And now we're starting to rebound into that after, you know, 10 or so years of doing that, you know, and it all works out. And I mean, nature does that, you
Yeah.
know.
And deer are smart.
So-
They know where to go to hide. We used to come
Oh,
up
yeah.
here to
How
Glendale
about it?
before hunting season
Oh,
and
yep.
great migration. They would go from state game lands onto the
private
parkland so that they knew they weren't going to get shot when they were on the parkland.
That's,
Yeah.
You go down around my parents' house. They're just 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
Some
I
of
heard
the,
they
some of
hire
the
people
monster
in there
bucks that
you
just
know,
come walk right through their yards. You know, we'll be standing outside. They'll come walk right past you.
There'll be 3 or 4 of them just hanging out in the field together like they're old friends in the middle of the rut, not even fighting each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
My grandfather's
Safety in
old,
numbers then.
old neighbor had an airplane, and he'd take off during deer season, and he said it'd be funny. You'd be flying over, and you'd see a hunter, and then less than 50 yards away from him, there'd be a big buck laying. And then you'd talk to that hunter later on. I never saw that buck.
Yeah.
That buck laid in there as tight as he could, and
Yep,
just
I ain't
never
moving.
moved, you know.
Smart.
Step on me and I still won't move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, and I mean, I've watched deer go past me. They're almost on their belly, crawling past me. You know, they just don't want to be seen. They're smart.
Yeah.
We almost stepped on that fawn up there at your ground.
Yeah.
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 That was amazing to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Right up
that's-
close. Yeah.
That's a instinct thing, though, to stay safe, stay as still as you can, and
Yep.
you know.
They're relying on their camouflage and everything else. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if we'd learn, you got to learn as much about the animal or the fish or whatever that you're trying to catch
targeted,
or hunt or whatever in order to hunt them. I mean, and that's all there is to it. And a lot of people having success are the ones that are out there with their trail cameras and stuff like that. And I mean, that's probably why I didn't have a good season, because I was so busy last year that I didn't get my trail cameras set up. I didn't get out there as much as I usually do to scout around and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Right on, right on. Well, I think we pretty well got an episode shot here. And I want to thank all you guys for helping me with these episodes. Every single person here has helped me at least once, if not many more times than that at this point. Thank you.
Fun.
And so with that, I want to take the time and thank all of you for the support very much.
Thank you for the support.
Thanks for the support. Keep it up.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you for the support.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the support.
Thanks for watching.
All right. And don't forget, this Wednesday will be our big 200th anniversary episode. It'll involve everybody here in the table pretty much, except for the Dennises. They didn't bring out a fishing rod, and Tracy, who's behind the camera and won't let us be seen. Yeah, and then right after that we're doing the big giveaway.
Yeah, the week after we're doing the big giveaway. We're giving away a set of Mora tools.
More tools, since we're not allowed to advertise knives.
Thanks, Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mora tools, deck of Downstream Outdoors playing cards, and a full set of our fishing lures, all 8 colors. So definitely gonna be a good giveaway there. You know, Downstream lures, they're the best.
Yep.
Hey, if someone wins, can you share some with me?
Yeah. I need to rebuild up. Come on. Stock it up. Stock it up.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.